Hi again, everybody. It's Thursday, November 4th, one day away from the Breeders' Cup. In this video today, I'm going to take a look at the filly and mare turf. This is kind of an intriguing race, and we'll take a look at the contenders in this race and make a comparison between the Americans and the Euros. Starting off looking at the pars, it's always a good place to begin. We've got 91, 98. On the early side, we've got a 90 late and a 98 speed par. So what do we got here? The U.S. horses, top three capability. Warlike Goddess, Adaria, and My Sister Nat. The Europeans, we have to start off looking at class. We've got Adaria again there. Let's take this down to Warlike Goddess. Top four: Adaria, Love, Rougier, Warlike Goddess. And on the average class, we've got the same four with the order slightly reversed, with Rougier on top, then Love, Adaria, and Warlike Goddess. So Warlike Goddess is top on both because she's the U.S. runner. We don't have figures for the other three: Adaria, Rougier, Love. There's another one in here that has no ranking. This horse Loves Only You, or this mare rather, has no class ranking, so we have to look at her and see where she's been and what she's done, because this is pretty important to make sure that you thoroughly get a look at all these runners in here. Now, to get a look at what the public is thinking about this, we grab the odds checker anti-post Breeders' Cup page here, and you can see I have the filly and mare turf with the early betting. Now, what do we got going on here? The four of the horses I just mentioned on the class are all here in the top five, and the other one that's in the mix there is Loves Only You. So right now, Warlike Goddess is the pre-race favorite. Love is the second choice. Loves Only You at 9-2 is the third choice. Daria is the fourth choice, and Rougier is the fifth betting choice at 7-1. And then we have this cutoff before we get to Going to Vegas, who is at 16-1 there. So you can see we've got a big odds gap. Generally, the top five betting choices will win around 91, 92% of all the races. You'll find the winner in the top five. In this particular group, this group may be expanded due to some astro factors. It's possible we could get a decent price in here. Let's go back to the Brisk PPs. So let's look at these guys. There's repeaters in the Breeders' Cup every year. There's going to be horses who won last year and come back and win again. And then there's the exceptional horse like Goldikova, who was able to come back and win the mile 3 consecutive years, which I think that's the only one that's ever been able to do that. But we have one case here. This is Adaria, or Adaria, whatever you want to call her. Now here's her race at Keeneland last year, November 7th. She won the filly and mare turf in a mile and 3/16. She ran that day better than par and finished it off. Then she ended up getting a laid off till June. What happened? She came back after the layoff, second by 3/4 of a length, lost to Love. No problem. First race off the layoff, pretty good race. In the next race, she kind of faltered back to fifth by 7 3/4. She was held up in last place, pushed along and steadied headway on the outer over 2 furlong out. So she had a little bit of trouble. Then in the next race in August, the Darley Prix Jean Romanet. She finished second by a head. Again, decent race, but she hasn't won since she came back. And then last time out at Longchamp in the Prix de l'Opera, she finished fourth by a length and a half. Again, not a bad finish, but again, no win. This is affecting her odds. If she had won once or twice in the mix here, especially in the last two, she would probably be the favorite again this, or she would probably be the favorite this year. Not again. She won at 10-1 last year. I don't think we'll get 10-1 here, but we should get, hopefully 6 or 8-1. And she was beaten by Rougier in that last, so she is definitely a strong Breeders' Cup repeat contender that'll be at least a little bit of a price. Okay, Warlike Gaddis, there's no need to really talk about her. Yeah, she's a deserving favorite. Winner of the last four, improving each time out, improved as a 4-year-old with that layoff from April to August. Made a couple of steps forward there, now laid off from September, coming back fresh as the deserving favorite. So, definite contender. Here is Love, pretty solid record. Little bit of a dry spell in 2021. You can see the cutoff point laid off from August of 20 to June 21. Came back one off the layoff and then has sputtered a bit. Came back in the last, finished second by a head. Here lost to Mishriff, no disgrace there. And in that win off the layoff, Love beat Adaria in that particular race by 3/4 of a length. So Love is solid, looks like a contender, but not one of my top two. Rougier, the French horse, always right there. Uh, Never gone more than 1.25 miles. Was it 1.25 miles the last couple times out? Always right there though in the last four. Pretty solid. Been out since April. April, May, June, July, August, October. May not may not like this particular harder, firmer turf. Definitely a contender. Loves Only You. This very intriguing horse that is definitely recognized and respected by the morning line maker and the betting public. She's listed as second choice behind the favorite Warlike Goddess. Why is she getting so much respect? We don't really have comparison to Hong Kong or Japanese racing. You can see she's raced in Japan in 19 and 20. 21 campaign started in Japan, went to Dubai to Meydan in a $5 million Dubai Shima Classic Grade 1. Then to Hong Kong to Sha Tin, another Grade 1 race where she won. Finished second last time out back in Japan in August in a Grade 2. But this race in the Shima Classic, where she finished third by a half length, this is an interesting race. This is a race where she's been running in open company against the boys here in these last 5 races, and she's won 2 of them and finished an up close second and a third against some pretty decent horses. Look who she lost to here. She lost to Mishriff, who might be the best European turf horse in the country right now. She finished third, only losing by a half a length between Mishriff and Chronogenesis. She's right behind the two of them, and then she was a distant to the fourth place horse